Okay, welcome to another J Talks Cars. In this one, I'm fixing the DRL issue. I'd created a kit that, if you probably took notice on the previous JTC or J Talks Cars, I created like a little kit where the wires are a little more stronger and they connect better, and the clips, just everything just connects better how it should do. I'm going to be doing another DRL one, but I'll be doing it on Helen's car, and I'll be using the full kit, and hopefully that should work straight away without issues. Fingers crossed. So with this one, literally I've built the kit, and on the driver's side, the connection wires were not connecting cleanly to the wire. So what I'm doing in this one is basically just making sure that the connection is much more cleaner, and the way the lights work just works far better than it should do. So I'm going to get into that now, and I'm going to change my top because this is my better top. So I'm going to be more into my work stuff. I have an Audi top which I kind of use for most mechanicy stuff. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that, and hopefully this should work far better. Right, I'm going to redo this, and I'm going to work out how to do this job properly. Wish me luck. So after what's been an almighty struggle, I now have two sets. I have a pair of DRLs working. Now I need to work out the bonnet situation. God, it's been hard work. A few things I want to touch on in this one, especially in this. I'm kind of doing this content a bit back to front today. So as you were seeing, I've completed the DRLs and I've finally now got them fitted. I've noticed, looking back through, you know, the footage that I haven't fully explained how I've managed to get the DRL so you can see the DRLs. So on the actual DRL itself, where I've stuck them on top of the lights, I've had to bring them forward to the front of the line of the rubber sort of sleeve or whatever. There's another word for it, but I can't remember. So I've measured it from the front of the sleeve, and you can now see it underneath the boot lid, underneath the bonnet lid. So they look quite good, but you can see them more at night because it's been quite bright. It's much brighter than my Future today. But yeah, they look good. They're working how they should, and I'm quite happy about that. So with regards to Helen's car, I've got another set of shock absorbers for her car, and I've got the Bilstein B4s, but I've got on OEM Plus. So if you remember the previous shock absorbers that I got, they were sports shock absorbers, but they were for the XEP variant, which is the multi-port injection engine, and hers is the 16 valve, but basically the earlier engine, if you will, an XE. Either they misheard what I was asking for, or basically, you know, somebody was either picking them wrong or wasn't looking at the details correctly. So in turn, we ended up with the wrong shock absorbers. So I've sent these shock absorbers back, and I have got my refund, so that's all good. So with the refund plus a bit extra on top, I've got these Bilstein B4s, which are the same ones which I have on the backer fitted to my car, which are superb, and it just gives the car a bit more stiffness in the handling, you know, but also make it compliant. It's much more compliant than that. So she's got them to go on, so there'll be an upcoming J-Talks cars. I probably won't be able to show you them getting fitted on, but you'll have to take my word for it, they will be going on. In terms of this front spoiler, or this front extension thing that I'm putting on my car, I was going to do it today, but I have a lot of work commitments that I have to get done, so that's going to have to wait until maybe for a few weeks now. If you look on my other channel, well, on my behind the vlogs, you'll understand why. So let's talk about my car. What's going on with my car at the moment is obviously the gearbox issue is I still have the bearing noise in the differential. It is getting louder, however the car is still driving fine. It's still quite responsive on the throttle, and general usability has improved since I've had the drive shaft replaced. The problem I am having though is at 60 mile an hour, dropping down a gear and accelerating in fifth, because this is a semi-automatic, there is a vibration on acceleration. So what's happening is basically I am gonna have to replace the gearbox a bit sooner than I thought I could get away with. But at the same time, when this original gearbox comes off, I am definitely going to get it looked over and find out what exactly was the issue, and as well provide, depending on the garage, if they're happy for me for them to explain what's going to happen to the gearbox to improve it and hopefully make it more durable. Going off, you know, from my previous vlogs, I have said, you know, where there's a repair there's a modification, and I believe on the gearbox, I believe that there is a modification to it that you can make it more durable. So I am considering that. With regards to the aero strakes that I fitted on a previous vlog, my fuel efficiency has increased from 2 to 3 miles per gallon to about 5 to 6 miles per gallon, even with cruise control on at a constant speed. It does work better at a higher speed, so just creeping over 70, it is efficient. It works very well on the motorway, so it is definitely a motorway efficiency modification rather than a day-to-day road use and driving around modification. So that's been a positive. So I am getting more per gallon just from that alone. I still, obviously, to prove the aero efficiency around the in terms of my side skirts and my front splitters and rear splitter wings, or whatever you want to call them, canards. I don't think the canards are not that thin and aerodynamically positioned. So some of the modifications that I have done are, you know, are working. Obviously I touched on, well, previously I touched on about new injectors and remapping the car. I am going to look into remapping the car first to see if I can you know, get more per gallon and maybe get a little bit of performance back. I had looked into an induction kit or sports filter, and on a diesel, I'll be honest, it's a waste of time, because of the way diesels burn fuel compared to a petrol car, it just wouldn't make too much difference. So yes, bigger injectors and you know, a remap and a stage 1 tune would probably get me to about over 150, 160. It's over 200 foot-pound of torque. I don't know if those numbers to be exact. I'm just guessing off the top of my head here, because I am not particularly versed when it comes to remaps and diesel tuning. I am considering taking this to dark side, but only after the gearbox is been done, and then I'm going to see what they can get on the dyno for me, and see if we can get a bit more poke, but try and keep some of this economy as well. So then, you know, I've got my performance, so, you know, just in case I have the urge to go for a quick pull, but then at the same time, you know, this car is the workhorse, so whatever modifications I do to it, I can't really go to town in terms of, you know, making it stupid. I still want to make it practical, and that I wish to stick to, but at the same time, with it being a PD engine, these PD engines are pretty damn bulletproof, providing you look after them, as with any engine. But, you know, I just want to get the performance and the economy, and I just want my value for money. You know, I've invested a lot of money in this car over the past 6-7 years, and you know, I intend on keeping this for quite a while until, you know, there is a complete ban on diesels. You can probably hear that there is a whirring noise. That is the differential bearing, and I believe it's more on the driver's side of the gearbox. So I am obviously concerned, but the car is driving fine. There's no issues with the handling. The tracking has slightly gone off to the right since the drive shafts were replaced, so I don't know if that's a lower arm bush issue or a supporting or a tie rod or something. I'll give an update when it next goes in the garage. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic. If you know, I was more competent, I'd be doing the work myself, but because I'm not going to attempt to do something I am not familiar with, mostly because I know if I try, 9 times out of 10 usually break it. Look how my DRLs have gone. So little jobs I'll be doing, you know. I mean, a monkey could probably do a better job than me, but you know, isn't the fun about owning a car, doing work yourself and hoping that you improve it? So yeah, so that's the update with regards to my car. Further to the update on Helen's car, I forgot to mention this, I am going to upgrade the springs. Like I mentioned in, again, a previous J Talks cars, the rear springs are corroded or have started corroding, so I'm going to upgrade the springs to 40mm springs, and I'm going to polybush the lower half of the suspension. So, you know, she's got performance, she's got more rigidity and everything like that. With regards to the crustiness, the car is going to have welding work done over the course of the year. We've just got, we've also got her, picked up a set of alloys for her, but for some reason they can only be balanced up to 70 mile an hour, which on a motorway you can say that's plenty, which is, yeah, it is, but we all know the wheels gets balanced to more than 70, and if a car can't have its wheels balanced at anything more than 70 mile an hour, then there is a issue with the wheels, which I will be investigating again in a future J Talks cars. Sorry. So that's the long and short of what is ahead, and the fun of driving with 20-plus-year-old cars is remains to be fun, and it still is fun.
Lagging whilst gaming? Out of steam after a long day at work and you want to go out raving? Or just need something to get you through your grueling day? Dubby Energy, a healthier alternative to the off-the-shelf brands. Dubby is packed full of the important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks don't provide. This product doesn't contain artificial additives and is also sugar-free, maltodextrin and keto-free. One tub on average is cheaper than consuming 2 cans per day of the off-the-shelf brands. Order your Dubby Energy via their website at dubby.gg and use my promo code VaderMonkeyJ to get yourself 10% off your order. Keeping yourself energised doesn't have to be unhealthy.
So those are all the things that I've touched on in terms of the cars. So what are my plans with you to showing off the car in car shows and stuff like that? Considering going to Shedfest at I can't remember the name of the track, but Auto Alex has organised an event called Shedfest, so I might go down, check it out, just, you know, see what different types of cars, sheds, classic cars, old cars that people are hopefully, or I'm assuming, doing pretty much the same thing as me, just keeping going. So I want to go and check that out. There's a few local car, not meets, but sort of like, you know, coffee and cars type things that have popped up here, so I want to go and check them out. Again, they'll appear in future vlogs and stuff, so that's going to be interesting. And driving to places, I'm probably going to do little content videos on that. Also Nürburgring season started. Now that's strange noises. That's now started. I think it's been the first week of Torstenfahrten, and that's on my agenda of things to do. I want to go up to the Nordschleife, one, to try some of these mods out, and two, it's on my bucket list. As a motorsport and big petrol head that I am, or diesel head if you're thinking about this car, I want to go and check it out and experience the Nürburgring, and hopefully meet a few other content creators as well, and maybe do some more, you know, talking about cars and modifications and stuff like that. I want to do that, so later down the line, that's definitely on my list of things that I want to do. In terms of the support and everything I'm getting for not just really this channel, but really for this particular project, it has gained a little bit of interest in corners. I mean, I have had a few people going, well, are you trying to be another so-and-so or so-and-so, and I'm not. I really ain't. I enjoy cars. I've worked in the motor trade for over 20 years, prior to lockdown, of course, you know, prior to COVID. These past 5 years I've been just finding a new niche in life, finding a new path, and I've stumbled across this through gaming, of all things, and watching a lot of YouTube. That's what I predominantly do. I predominantly watch more YouTube than I do terrestrial TV or Sky or, you know, other networks and stuff. I always watch YouTube because I find other content creators producing amazing, engaging content, and I wanted to get into it. It's a hobby, and it still is a hobby. Yes, my content is sponsored by W Energy, but I am open to other businesses and products sponsoring my channel, you know, for future J Talk Cars or behind the scenes vlogs, which is a different entity anyway. So yeah, it's, you know, I'm enjoying this project. You know, I've always had a keen interest in cars. I've always been into motorsport. Like I said, I've worked in the trade for 20 years, and it's become now a no-brainer for me to do this because it's an interest of mine. Obviously, as the projects progress, yes, it's going to require more money, which I'll be honest, I don't have an abundance of. But you know, I travel. My most important thing in my life is my car, and you know, I don't want to be spending 20 grand buying a new car which is unknown to me. I'd rather spend my money on something I'm familiar with, something that I can trust, and if it goes wrong, I know how to fix it. So, or at least know a man who can. So yeah, that's long and short of why I do these videos, and why J Talks Cars exists. Okay, so I said I'd give you a quick update on parts going on to Helen's car. So I sourced the right shock absorbers through Autodoc, autodoc.eu. You can get some parts quite cheap as well, cheaper than you would normally get them. These shock absorbers I think should have been a bit more, but got them with the site's discount. So anyway, I've got the Bilstein B4s for her. They're the OEM Plus shock absorbers, recommended by Misha Sheridan. Obviously not just because he happens to be racing for the Bilstein team, but also as well is I've got a set of the Bilstein B4 rear shock absorbers on my Audi, and they're absolutely fantastic. So I thought, well, instead of going OEM replacement for my partner's car, I will have basically the same sort put on hers. So they'll be going on in a future date, and I will be getting a spring kit as well for it, just to basically to lower the car down a little bit, but also just to kind of update the car and to modify it where it is a little bit performance related, but not for track use, just more for day-to-day and durability. So yeah, so that's what's going on in the car. Okay, so that was another J Talks Cars. Just a bit of a rundown on a few extra things as well. Finally got the DRLs done, and some more bits on the cards. Please like, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.
Lagging whilst gaming? Out of steam after a long day at work and you want to go out raving? Or just need something to get you through your grueling day? Dubby Energy, a healthier alternative to the off-the-shelf brands. Dubby is packed full of the important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks don't provide. This product doesn't contain artificial additives and is also sugar-free, maltodextrin and keto-free. One tub on average is cheaper than consuming 2 cans per day of the off-the-shelf brands. Order your Dubby Energy via their website at dubby.gg and use my promo code VaderMonkeyJ to get yourself 10% off your order. Keeping yourself energized doesn't have to be unhealthy.